Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Lindsay and this is Life with Lindsay. Today we have a post review for you. But before we get into it, if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Lindsay. I do mainly diamond painting and some other crafting related content from time to time, and I would love for you to like, subscribe, hit the bell, hop aboard the Hot Mess Express. Let's all be friends. If you've been here before, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming back. So if you don't know what a post review is when I share all of my thoughts and opinions, the good, bad, the ugly, on a canvas that I have recently completed. I do want to say, I say this all the time, but please keep in mind that all of the opinions that I state are my own. So something that might be important to me might not be important to you, and vice versa. And I'm always honest and transparent with you guys, whether it's good, bad, whatever. But please do keep that in mind. So I'm going to go over all the things that I liked and disliked, and all of that fun stuff. But this is Burnout. It is a BrizBazaar canvas that I got. I purchased this directly from Brandy's website, BrizBazaar, and then it was no longer available on her website and on the Crystal Canvas Art Designs website. But as of the time of filming my last Whip and Chat, this wasn't even on their website anymore. So I don't know if that partnership has ended. I really can't add anything to that. But if you'd like to see the unboxing for that, I will link that up in the eye. I unboxed this forever ago, and then I only started working on it last month. You guys are seeing this, it'll be May. So I finished this canvas in 12 days, over the span of 41 hours and 25 minutes. Now, please keep in mind, when I share how long something took me to work on, it's not because it's a race. It's not because it's a competition. I keep track of those things for myself. I put all of that information in my logbook. But I also don't like to sit for more than a certain amount of time without getting up and moving. So I do keep a timer running. So that is just one of the reasons why I share that. But let me get into the details of this first. So this is a 50 by 55. It has 33 colors. Every one of them is a crystal. Typically in a crystal kit, a 310 would be a regular 310. This color here is actually like a dark green in person. So there was no non-crystal drills. That being said, I'm trying to express how I feel in the most respectful way. But spoiler alert, crystal canvases are just not for me. So if you guys have been around for a long time, you may remember I did a crystal canvas a couple years ago. If I have a post review for that, which I think I do, I'll put that one up in the eye. I had a really difficult time working on that. It was a very fall image. I think it had pumpkins, maybe sunflowers. I don't remember exactly what it looked like. But I had a really hard time with the overhead lights bouncing off the crystals, and it was giving me a migraine, and I just struggled through it so. Well, fast forward to 2024, and I have worked on plenty of kits with special drills, and crystals no longer seemed to be an issue for me. So I picked this up the one day, and then I decided, you know what, let's try it out. Let's give it a go and see if my thoughts and opinions have changed. They have, but for different reasons. So I want to say that my experience with this doesn't seem to be a one-off, but it also seems like there are a lot of people who have very polar opposite experiences with me than I had. That being said, I'm really trying to figure out how to say what I need to say without coming across in potentially the wrong way, because I love the image. It is just this gorgeous rainbow skull and all of the bright colors behind it. It's beautiful. It was just not enjoyable for me. I had a couple things that were like easier to overlook than others. For example, as I mentioned, there are 33 colors, and I'll show you guys the drills here in a minute. Some of the drills, like there was 5, 6, lowercase a and lowercase d. They were all the same exact color symbol on the canvas, which was yellow. And then, so a 5 and a 6, both in the same color, made it a little bit difficult to figure out if I was supposed to put a 5 or a 6 there. But I powered through that. Then you had a couple things where, like letter E on the canvas is a dark green, but in person, it's like a brown. So not all the colors matched up. And again, that's something that I can deal with. Okay. Those are not make it or break it items for me. Now, here's where things get a little hairy for me. The adhesive on this was not the best. I did even try to let it like keep the cover up a little bit to see if maybe it just hadn't cured fully. It just wasn't very sticky. That is not usually like a major issue, but the biggest issue that I had was the drills were wildly inconsistent in size, and it caused popping drills. And I don't just mean a little bit. I mean, every time I would put my arm down to try to rest and work, I would have drills all along the side of my arm. Anytime I would go like this, which I'm trying not to do that, I would pull drills off. I pulled out my roller for the first time in like 2 or 3 years. I rolled every section that I was working on. And then when I finished working on the canvas, I rolled again across the whole thing, and it just sounded like popcorn. No matter how many times I pushed the drills down with my fingertips or with a pair of tweezers or with the rollers, they just don't seem to be fitting properly. Plus, it didn't have the strongest adhesive. Now, I will say, I am not somebody who is overly particular about what drills I keep as trash drills. However, I will say there were quite a few colors that I was really worried that I was going to run out of. So I'm glad I'm not super particular. Here, let me show you guys the trash drills here. So this is what I have. You can see there's not a lot in here. And these are ones that either had like the extra pooling or mostly were cosmetic, where I'm trying to see if I can find one to show you guys. Where like it was, this one is super tiny and it doesn't have the crystal coating on it, or like the silver part was scratched off on the bottom. So you can see here, there's really not a lot of trash drills in here, okay? If I was somebody who was really particular, I would have struggled immensely. This is that big background color, and that's all I had left. There were a couple colors, like this was... I mean, you can see there's really not a lot of leftover drills. And yes, there were a lot of drills that popped off, but not enough that I shouldn't be able to have plenty in my leftover. Does that make sense? I feel like maybe I'm not making as much sense as I would like to. And I think a lot of that is because I'm trying to come across... I'm not trying to come across a certain way. I don't want to come on here and sound like I'm just bashing a company and bashing a product, because at the end of the day, I really love the way this turned out. I just didn't find the actual process of diamond painting it to be enjoyable for me. However, there's a large group of people who love crystal kits. I will say that I have worked on a lot of canvases with crystals, and these seem to be the quality level on these are like what you would get on a special drill project. Like if you were to buy those coasters, they're not like the super high quality drills that you're getting from some of the high-end companies. And that's okay. There's a place and time for everything. But I mean, I had some colors that had more than others. Like where's one of these numbers here? I had almost none left. Some of them I had a lot more. And you can see, so when I said 5, 6, you can see the difference in shade there. A and D. So all 4 of these had the same exact color symbol on the kit. It wasn't the end of the world, like I said. And then the other one that I had a little bit of, I guess an issue, we'll call it that, is the ampersand. This is a red drill. It's probably, oh, there's a nice chunk in there. It's probably really hard to tell in the container. But a lot of these, the red part didn't go from end to end. So it wasn't the full dome of the crystal. It really, you can't tell while it's laid out on the canvas here. But unfortunately, it was kind of unusual that you could see the silver coming through on the sides. Does that make sense? You guys, I feel like I'm just rambling and I'm like all over the place, but I love the overall image of this. I mean, it's beautiful and it shines really, really nicely. The little details on the forehead came out pretty well. I will say, if you are somebody who absolutely hates confetti, this kit, when I pulled it out, I thought, oh, this is going to be so full of color blocking. I'm going to breeze right through this. This took me significantly longer than I anticipated. And that is because a lot of this, while it looks like it was color blocking, a lot of it is actually very confetti heavy. This middle part here with the skull was the most color blocking. However, because of the popping drills, I worked on this canvas in a way that I've never worked on a canvas. I actually did like the whole bottom row first, and then I shifted the canvas, and then I worked up the side, shifted the canvas across the top, shifted the canvas, and down the other side. Then I was left with the middle section to finish last. And the reason I did that was because of the way the drills were popping. I was nervous having it lean over my table and me leaning over the table to work on it, that I was going to be losing drills. When I tell you guys the popping was insane on this, I contemplated actually sealing as I go. And to put that into perspective, I've been diamond painting since 2020. I've never sealed a single diamond painting. I don't know what I'm going to do with this now that it's done. If you guys have any recommendations on sealants that you used on a crystal kit that didn't dull the shine, please let me know down below, because I would really, really love to preserve this, whether it goes up on a wall or in a portfolio or whatever. I love the image, and that's why I kept sticking with it. That being said, I don't see myself running out and buying another full crystal kit. I did see they have some of like the real little kits, like the real snacky size ones. Maybe I would try one of those again before venturing into this. I like the combination of crystals plus regular drills much more than just a full crystal kit. Again, that's my personal preference, and I want to say, like, I don't want to feel like this is an attack on Crystal Canvas Arts Designs. And I was talking to another diamond painter in the community, and I just want to address one thing before I finish this up here. They had said to me, did you reach out to Amy and let her know? I did not. And not because I didn't want to reach out to her, but I purchased this kit from BrizBazaar. I didn't purchase this kit from Crystal Canvas Art Designs. And I didn't want to feel like if there was an issue that it should fall on Brandy, because she had nothing to do with the manufacturing of this. It was just her artwork that was licensed. And I also didn't really feel like it was fair to put that on to Amy, the owner of Crystal Canvas Art Designs, because I didn't buy it from her. That would be like buying, a Diamond Art Club off of Amazon and then being mad at Amazon that there was an issue with the kit. And then do you go to the do you go to the person who's selling it to you or the person who created it? I don't know. And I hope that you guys can hear like how torn I am in my voice, because I really love this image. I just wish I enjoyed the experience more. That being said, I'm going to get out of here before I keep rambling even further. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me some skulls in the comments down below. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, or nothing like this at all, please make sure to give this video 2 thumbs up. One real life, one virtual. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Come. Join the Sparkle Squad, and while you're there, hit that notification bell. I do not operate on any sort of schedule. I operate on toddler standard time, and I record while my tiny human is sleeping or sleeping. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys!